Hello, let's discuss the appearance of a typical woman in 2016. Today's typical woman wears a size 16 to 18, while a size 17 woman often weighs between 190 and 200 pounds. It is reasonable to conclude that this kind-hearted woman rates a 5 on the attractiveness scale. If this is the new standard, he will need to score an 8, 9, or even 10 on the attractiveness scale to attract the typical average-looking woman of today, and he will need to maintain his dominance financially and physically to keep her. Women with lipstick are the ones you'll be kissing if you line up 10 pigs. Better looks and better fashion will make people stand out and draw more male attention. Is it any wonder that as women get bigger, more men are developing erectile dysfunction? Even though Canada has universal healthcare, my last significant long-term relationship ended because my partner had weight-related health issues that she was hiding and that I knew would only become worse with time. We would still be required to pay for expensive medical care. I didn't want to be in a committed relationship where I would have to finance my partner's use of traditional drugs in order to keep her alive. Because more women are obese than small, it has become socially acceptable to acquire weight, and if you don't, other women will basically make fun of you. This increase in the size of the typical woman is likely the source of the growing popularity of thin shaming. I notice women on this channel occasionally telling men to stop waiting for the perfect woman and start looking for a woman who smells lovely and looks like a feminine human being. Most guys who are 7 on the attractiveness scale would not settle for the woman in this BuzzFeed article. They'd rather be single or pay for sex. However, the demeaning language persists. I think we have a serious problem. Many men would prefer to be single and occasionally hot than today's average lady. In 2010, the average American woman weighed 170 pounds, up from 140 in 2000, but I doubt such figures are accurate size. Some will argue that guys are more visual when choosing relationships. Women are as visual as men, but their average size is increasing. They anticipate him to be robust and fit while they are gaining weight themselves. Since the average female is 5 feet 4 inches tall and weighs 175 pounds, the average woman is overweight, but her mind is instilled with feminist beliefs that she must always be equal to or superior to males of all the alleged patriarchal oppression. This is because 16 to 8 ladies weigh roughly 200 pounds, so the average woman today must weigh around 200 pounds. However, this depends on numerous factors, including height and weight, which most women will exaggerate. Her female ancestors endured abuse from males, including those who plogged the crops and engaged in combat. She wants men to drool at her feet, even though she doesn't take it because she is overweight and hence appears ugly to most men on the outside. Most guys who are married or in long-term relationships with children are afraid of losing everything. In a city like Toronto, I discovered that the average woman is just waiting for a man to say or do anything politically incorrect so she can smack him back in line. Men must use caution when speaking or writing because the overweight special snowflake Gestapo are everywhere. For instance, when a man was walking his dog and the woman saw him poop on her lawn, he went to respectfully scoop up the excrement, but the dog had already dragged him away. She pursued him down the block, chasing after him like a 100-pound schoolgirl on a bike, even though she weighed 250 pounds. There is a drive on the internet to popularize the catman, which would help lessen the stigma associated with being a cat lady. We all know that the average woman today has 1 or 2 cats in her home. I enjoy cats and dogs, but I'm intolerant to both, so they aren't for me. If a catman falls in love with their cats, many ladies will pray that he doesn't fall in love with them in order to avoid the stigma of being crazy cat ladies. This is the real reason cat men are lauded, because they make guys less venomous. Women are normalizing men falling head over heels for them. The expansion of the catman on social media is being studied by one of their social workers, but the average woman expects a 9 or 10 out of 10 man and is content to share him with many other regular big women. The antidote to toxic masculinity is not catman. How do we get rid of noxious womanhood? But no one wants to talk about it. No one likes to acknowledge that women can be nasty and that negative behavior is only seen in men. Today's average lady is overweight, yet that's not deemed terrible. In addition, women are trying to make it uncool for men to be men, but being a woman is fine regardless of how the woman performs. That's all for today.